Hey Billy, what turf wars would you like to see in Monster Hunter Rise? Oh, I would like to see Garwa and can't you duke it out? Okay Billy, I don't know if I'm gonna let you be in videos anymore. In a world filled to the brim with monsters of all sizes, it would only be logical to assume that lots of battles would take place between them. That's why I always found it pretty funny how it took Capcom around 13 years to finally implement such a mechanic into a Monster Hunter game. Monster Hunter World so far is the only one that has battles between monsters, also known as turf wars. Thankfully, Monster Hunter Rise will also have them. In this video, I'm going to talk about 6 turf wars that we need to see in this game. Well, we don't necessarily need to see them, but it would be very awesome if we do. I'm gonna start with the one that I personally want to see the most, Gormigala and Magnamalo. This battle would not only be cool because of the fact that they are both flagship monsters, Gormigala being the flagship monster of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate and Magnamalo being the flagship monster of Monster Hunter Rise, but also because they're very mysterious and kind of similar in some ways. Gormigala is unique as it gives off a disease known as the Frenzy Virus that basically makes other monsters go berserk and become more aggressive. And Magnamalo, well, we're not really sure what his deal is yet, but there are many theories surrounding this monster, like that it causes other monsters to fight like demons and as a result causes the Calamity. So I would very much like to see what a battle between these two monsters would look like. The next 3 turf wars are between monsters that have been confirmed to be in the game, Berioth and Gosharag. We've seen both of them in the new trailer that was shown during the Monster Hunter Digital event, and will both be present in the Frost Islands, which is the new wintry locale that was announced. So the chances of there being a turf war between the two are pretty high. They're quite belligerent, Berioth with its quick and wild attacks, and Gosharag with its ability to freeze its own bodily fluids and spit this freezing liquid onto its arms to create blades of ice, which it yields to deadly effect in battle. This would without a doubt be quite an interesting battle. Somnacanth and Mizitsune. Somnacanth is one of the new monsters of Monster Hunter Rise, and its body shape is actually similar to that of Mizitsune. They're both leviathans and both are sort of aquatic serpents. The battle between the two would most likely be filled with water splashing everywhere and bubbles all around, since Somnacanth tends to stay in the water and Mizitsune is able to produce bubbles. For some reason, this kind of reminds me of SpongeBob. And speaking of SpongeBob, I actually have a special deal going on right now where everyone that subscribes gets an imaginary SpongeBob balloon. Next, turf war. Magnamalo and Yatsukadaki, the new spider monster. I previously mentioned that Magnamalo is a mysterious monster and Yatsukadaki is even more mysterious as the only information we have on the monster is a few frames of video. I mean, we don't even know the English name, Yatsukadaki is the Japanese name, so we can't really try to imagine what this battle would be like, but a fight between two mysterious monsters sounds pretty epic. I would also like to see Yatsukadaki and Narcilla, a battle between two spider monsters. When you think about it, they're probably going to use web attacks to try and wrap the opposing monster in spiderweb, but as I've said, we don't know much information about Yatsukadaki, and I think it's going to be very different from Narcilla in terms of its moveset, so it feels like a fresh new monster. Like maybe it'll be able to launch fireballs from its mouth or something. So the battle between these two monsters will most likely not be as simple as them using web attacks. And I saved the best turf war for last. This one we absolutely need to see, and I'm sure all of you will agree with me. Valstrax and Billy. Now I know what you're thinking, one of them stands no chance against the other. I mean, it is just way more powerful, and that is true. However, I'm sure Valstrax will at least be able to protect itself for a couple of minutes. And now it is your turn. In the comments let me know what turf wars you would like to see the most, and I will see you in the next video. GameXNations is the best channel in the world.